Alright, so this is set piece 2, underground train station. We've gone from one train. I can't show you that bit up there. That's that's kind of secret to the story. So this is the second set piece, as it's been said. So I'm just going to take you through it and show you what it's all about. So as you can see here, when we are in the render preview, it looks a lot more like an underground train station. You know, we've got the rails here, we have the kind of shiny surface on the bricks, we have these metal bars, which I believe they only just added to the London Underground system, which, as you can see, this is based off of, except only cleaner. And as you can see from the outside, this is just one long metal tube. But when we go back into proper render preview and turn off all the grid lines, it does just disappear into a black void, which is very useful because then I can animate the train coming in through here and it will look seamless. Speaking of which, we do have a train. Now, I didn't bother really modeling this too much because this is just going to be a low poly train for a shot that requires motion blur. I will put that shot on the screen right now if I find a way. Sorry if I can't. So yeah, we got this massive sign here. Have a read, that might give you some insight. All these cameras might also give you some insight into how this is going to go down. What I've done for the ground, I've shown you obviously, made it shiny. I have also used noise textures and added color amps, and then what I've done, I have brought the white and black values closer together in order to make it seem like it's been broken and cracked, so it's really not too dissimilar to the actual underground system. Sorry about the massive rant on the London Underground, but I got my headphones stolen on the Jubilee line, so yeah, I'm pretty angry at the moment. Another aspect of the underground site are these, let me just turn overlays on, sorry, are these kind of boards, which are just easy, they're just text, so we can delete them and then edit them, and then they just have an emission texture to them. These are actually, these are actually animated, so they glow and they dim and get brighter. We have these benches over here, which I reused from the old set piece, purely because I didn't really want to model new benches. Another thing I found out was Blender's ray tracing feature in Eevee, which I believe is what ambient occlusion was. Don't take my word for it, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, we can get some really nice reflections on the ceiling and on the floor. This is a drastic improvement from what it looks like without ray tracing. It looks really dull and boring, much like the actual underground. But yeah, as you can see, turned back on, we get some really nice lighting. The only problem is you get these kind of, it takes a while for the scene to properly render, so that's why I've put the samples up to 512 instead of usually 64, which is what I would have used on set piece 1. So this is the kind of lens we're going for. We're going with the same aspect ratio as I have for most of my other films. I don't really know what the aspect ratio is, I just know the resolution, 2160 by 2160 by 1080. I just find it gives a kind of cinematic look, but also it's not like widescreen, so it's not like you're peeping through a letterbox, which is the problem I have with actual proper widescreen films. On screen now is what a proper rendered preview will look like, with some glare on the screen, and what it does, it just adds some nice bloom to all of the lights, and a very, very slight vignette around the edges of the render, which I think helps the tone of the film to make it seem a bit more gloomy. That's kind of thing for people who are, you know, really into 3D modeling. This is not a very object-heavy scene, as you can probably tell. I've tried to make everything as low poly as possible. That just helps in render times, which, you know, I struggle with because I'm still using an M1 Mac Mini to make all of this. And I think that's about it. Anything I want to showcase will be on screen right now. Yeah, so that's all I have to say. That's all the stuff on the set piece. This won't take very long, the animation reel for this scene. I should be moving on to the next scene in not a very long time. So yeah, thank you for bearing with me. Bye.